Okay, so hi there. Hi, everybody. My name is Donna.
And I'm Nadine, and we want to welcome you to Teach People How to Treat You.
Hi, welcome. So today's topic, we are going to talk about how to deal with intimidating people. All right, I'm going to let you start.
That's a big one. Everybody out there at some point has encountered and will again encounter somebody who intimidates you. And what does that mean when somebody intimidates you?
Yeah, lots of things.
It changes your energy.
Absolutely.
You all of a sudden you become this person that's, for me, that you're not sure of yourself, that you're questioning even your ability to speak properly.
I normally just regroup, and then probably a lot of times I actually come back with not really being myself, to be honest. Like you said, it changes you.
So what we want to address is nobody wants that. Nobody wants to have that feeling of dread that you're in the recoiling, that you're in the presence of someone that is actually making you not you, making you question yourself. I mean, when intimidating people come at you, you're questioning yourself, you're questioning your confidence, you're questioning your own everything that you're saying and or doing. So this is a situation that when we back up or we doubt, we don't trust our confidence, that person, they may or may not be doing it on purpose. They could be taking advantage of you or just visibly seeing you as someone that they can take advantage of. Absolutely. Or walk all over. Yeah. That stop sign, that needs to come up from within, and we need to back that person up. So in order to be able to teach them that they can intimidate us, is you got to dredge right back into who you know you are and bring that to the surface. And sometimes that does, like you're saying, Donna, that could be stepping back and regrouping. Mm-hmm. And maybe you don't do it right then and there in that particular instance. However, when you encounter that person again, then build that strength up. Whatever you want the result to be. So give it some thought. All right. So dealing with an intimidating person, in my lifetime, I have come across people in business and in personal who intimidate me. I know instantly because I don't want to be myself. That is my first red flag that goes up that says, okay, I'm not going to say this where I normally would. And I'm not even really giving it conscious thought. I'm doing it. I'm not answering the way I normally would. My body language is closed off. I'm actually uncomfortable in my own skin. So not long ago, I was in a situation like that where I actually felt myself getting emotional.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew that if I didn't step forward and take back my power, that any encounter that I had with this individual in the future was going to be difficult and challenging for me.
Yeah.
So I did. I took a breath because I was so
worked up, basically, right?
Thank you. Yeah, I was so worked up with what was going on and how I was acting. And I was saying and I literally had this question go through my mind. You know, this channel that we're doing has made me has made me more self-aware about how I want, people to treat me. So I took a pause and I said to myself, you're coming across, Nadine, as someone who's unsure of what you're saying and you don't trust your own judgment or even your knowledge of the situation at hand, and you're giving that person even more ammunition to come at you in a negative manner. So I paused and I said, what do I want the result of this conversation to be? I want this person to understand that this matter that we are addressing was not at all did not at all occur the way he was suggesting it did.
Okay, I just have to stop you there.
Yeah.
Is this something on a professional level or is this personal?
This was on a personal level.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Right? Curious. So, comments or I heard, and sometimes people throw things at you, just, that'll, especially if you're throwing up crap at the wall, something's going to stick.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that he was coming at me to see where the accuracy was, because I don't think his facts were straight.
Okay.
But regardless, his body language and the way he was coming at me was really making me uncomfortable and intimidated. So I had to take a step back and said to myself, what do you want the outcome of this to be? How do you want this conversation to end? And what is the message that you're trying to get across? Well, I wanted to get across that his facts were wrong. So even though I was feeling really nervous about the whole thing going, oh my God, I just want this to go away. I wanted to pull the blanket over my head.
Seriously. Wow.
And it took and I'm talking, this just happened not that long ago. And I thought, no, this isn't okay. Mm-hmm. This is making me really upset. And I know that what he's saying, there's no substance to it. So I paused.
Well, that should give you power right there.
But I had to stop and think about it. That's what I mean. Yeah. And these are personal examples that we're sharing because whatever works for you out there. But I had to stop and say, what do I want the outcome of this to be? How do I want this conversation to end? And then I went, well, wait a minute. He's not even right.
Now, was this person yelling at you, raising his voice? Like, did you have to kind of stop him in his tracks in order to communicate your message? Or did he take a pause? Like, did you have to talk over him? Like, how did you?
I actually put my hand up.
Perfect.
Which I don't normally do.
But you had to.
But I had to because it was just coming at me so fast. And he's not a yeller. Okay. So and that's how I knew he was mad, because it was really low, fierce tone. And so I'm listening, but I'm thinking, I'm taking this pause, and I don't know where the strength or the courage came from. I put my hand up and I said, I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh, love it. Perfect.
So please hear me out. And then I divulged the details. And what I've learned both in my professional and my personal life is that people cannot argue with their own data.
Exactly. Facts are facts.
Facts are facts.
Yeah. And
when you know that the facts are accurate, you have to be really sure, okay? Mm-hmm. Because if you're in a situation and they're already walking all over you and you're letting them, you need to be 1,000% sure that what you're going to fire back is going to stop them. Mm-hmm. And that was what the goal was. I wanted to correct the information. I wanted that individual to stop coming at me like I was an idiot. And and that's what I said. I said, I'm going to stop you right there. And if you just let me talk for a second, I'm going to go through what happened.
Okay. Was this person though someone who intimidates you on a regular basis, or was he just intimidating in that moment?
No, he can be fierce. Okay. So, overall, the relationship,
so can Nadine.
Got my cape on. So it's not a relationship. It's a good relationship, but it's not a relationship where I'm always 100% sure of my footing. Okay. So if there's going to be, a sword fight, I'm pretty sure that in my mind, my sword is not a sword. It's like a plastic knife. And that was something else that I was acutely aware of too, was that already when it started like that, even before it got to that level, I was feeling really nervous about it. So that's what you have to do. It's something like that, when somebody's intimidating you like that, and it's so hard, I'm going to stop you right there. And
what was the outcome? Were you able to?
Oh, wow. And this is why I wanted to share this on today's episode. The outcome was unbelievable.
Oh, okay.
So it just shifted. It shifted.
Excellent.
So that's what I mean when you say, okay, how do I want this person to treat me? What is the outcome? It shifted. I watched his energy, his body language shift. When somebody started doing this and they're looking and they're thinking, okay, because they're taking in what you're saying, and that's what he was doing. Anyway, we hugged it out, and he said, "I'm glad we had this conversation to clear up matters." And And I apologize if I upset you. He actually did. He apologized to me.
See, that's amazing.
If I upset you, I was going by what I was told. And then all of a sudden, my confidence just, it was like it exploded inside of me. And I said, well, the information that you received was not accurate. I'm glad that you came to me to discuss this and that we straightened out. Like, I didn't want to say what I was really thinking, but I did, communicate that I was appreciative that he opened up this. I was just so much more happy about, taking this advice that we're giving to people and putting it on myself. And I actually saw a shift.
That's amazing. Amazing. And you maintained your dignity throughout the whole thing. That's another thing, right? How you handled it. You didn't fly off the handle. Nope. You didn't come at them.
Nope.
Which is amazing. Yeah. Well done, my friend. Well done. What I would like to address along the lines of actually getting into a situation where you feel intimidated by someone. I like to go back and think about some of the relationships that I've been in. And, based on my experience and how I've always been the person who wants to be liked and loved and to please my man, let's just get right down to it. And that kind of a relationship, even other people in general, I've always, and that's what we're addressing with this channel, actually, is that we realize that not everybody's going to like us and that we just need to be ourselves, trust our confidence, and be our authentic self. So what I realized over the years was I allowed myself to be intimidated by people. And so I would love for all of you to not let that happen if you can, right? Always be aware that we really need to feel that we're all equals in this journey, in this lifetime, and that no one's better than anybody else, and not to allow ourselves to feel intimidated or to let other people intimidate us. When I look back on it, there were times when I just was not myself because I was always trying to please. And then I would see that because I was acting that way, I was giving the power to that other person. And because I was with the wrong people, they just ate me alive. Right. They took that and they ran with it. And it almost made me act more, recoil more, and not be myself, not communicate how I was feeling. So I guess what I do want to share with everyone is, if you catch yourself in that situation, take a breath, step back. Even if it takes you a few days, if it takes you a week, if it takes you a month, really evaluate the relationship that you're in and realize that you have the same power as anybody else, and you deserve the same power and to be treated as an equal, and that your needs are just as important as anybody else's. And just don't let it happen if you can. And if you do, then I love what Nadine did to take charge and
take charge. Take your control. Take your power back.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Right, and we've mentioned it before.
Way to go. I love that.
Well said, my friend. And before we close out, intimidation is a big, huge topic.
Yes.
Because it leads to an escalation of so many other things, abuse, bullying.
Sure.
So I'm saying that in closing because we're going to circle back to this.
Yes. Yeah.
Not tonight, but we're going to circle it back to intimidation and how it can deteriorate you and your self-confidence and in even your self-image and all that later on.
Exactly. Can I just want to say one other thing? And it's not just in relationships, meaning a romantic relationship. Don't be intimidated by the other parent, at school, or someone that you work for,
boss.
or even if you walk into a store, as a female, maybe walking into a male-oriented hardware store or a mechanic or whatever. Any of those things, a contractor dealing with you, anybody, we have to always remember that even if we're in a situation where we may not have all the knowledge or the facts or whatever, we still need to be treated as equals. And don't intimidate yourself and yourself. There's no need for us to intimidate others either, right? We just need to play on this equal playing field right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyway, anything else?
No.
All right.
No.
Well,
please continue to give us your feedback. Please continue to send us topics that you would like us to address.
Exactly.
This particular topic tonight came from one of our viewers.
Another one.
So So this is very exciting. Thank you so much.
Great.
We're very grateful for everybody's support out there.
We really are. And if you just want to click on the subscribe button, we would love that. And then you'll get notifications of whenever we post. And we're loving this. We want to do this journey with all of you. So thank you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.